Coach, training camp done. You've got your roster set. How are you feeling heading into today?
Excited, ready to go. It's been too long of an off season, too long of a training camp. So real games now. Excited.
We've talked a lot about the depth of this team over the last couple of weeks, but what are some of the expected strengths of your group this year? What should fans expect them to be good at?
Working. I think that's going to be a staple of ours. It's our identity. But I think just like last year, we're big. We're going to play on our toes, have a heavy forecheck, establish that we're a forechecking team, and just play as a five-man wave. So much similar to last year.
You had like 15 players leave, but do you feel like with what was replenished, you're able to kind of keep that, same game plan, same play style that you were able to establish last year?
I think so. I think that was the game plan in the summer. Identify guys that play the system that we play here, and obviously the same, that they play in Ottawa if they transition up to Ottawa. So management did a great job identifying those guys, and so they'll fit right into the way we want to play.
Garrett Pilon is named the sixth captain in Belleville Sens history this week. I just wanted to get a thought on him and perhaps his alternates as well as to why this group was selected as your leadership this year.
Well, we can go into great details, but I think Peels is just his resume speaks for itself. He's a champion, he's a winner, he's a good human being, just the way he carries himself every day. And then obviously on the ice, he's had big moments, big goals for us, and big moments on face-offs or whatever all year. So that's a no-brainer for us. Super comfortable with him and super proud that he is our captain. The other guys, different reasons, but for the most part, first of all, we start with them being good people. They're all obviously great human beings and good young men, but some of them have had adversity and overcome it. Some of them have been underdogs and overcome it. Some of them have been highly touted guys and met the expectations. So there's a lot that goes into it. And there's other guys, the Reinhardts, the Cruikshanks of the world that don't have letters that are a big part of the leadership group too.
Yeah, Garrett Pilon's made that pretty clear that this group will lead by committee absolutely through the season. One of those alternates is Zach Ostapchuk, who was one of the last assignments to Belleville. What are you looking for from him this year? What does he need to do to get back up there and get that NHL look again?
Well, he's going to get put in situations where he's against other teams' best lines, and he's a big body that's got to be big in the middle of the ice and big in the corners and win those battles. And now this year, it's against first line players versus last year you tried to shelter him a little bit against second or third lines, where he's going to have the task every night of playing against top lines and shutting them down, and then also producing offensively. So I know he's going to be up to the task. Just excited to watch him.
It seems like he and a handful of players on this team are primed for kind of breakout seasons to really make themselves known in this league.
Yeah, guys are at that point in their career where they're really good American League players. Now they need to make that jump to the NHL. So they look to have big starts for us and contribute and be a factor every night, so that they're in the conversation when management calls to say who's going to be the next recall.
All right, we'll get a couple questions about tonight's game with head coach Dave Bell. A new head coach here in Rochester, obviously some personnel changes as well. Do you expect much change in what we're used to seeing from the Amerks?
Well, their forward group is relatively the same. A bunch of skilled, fast guys that are really skilled, very fast. If there was a preview of them, how they played against Ottawa, Buffalo was mostly this team. So got a little bit of a pre-scout there. Saw them play Syracuse last weekend. So some changes, I think, in their systematic play, but for the most part, the personnel is very similar, and we know they're a very skilled group.
And what's the message to your team in terms of keys to success and dealing with the pomp and circumstance that comes with opening night on the road?
Just play to our identity, play within ourselves. We know what we are, we know what makes us successful. We've pounded that into them since the day one of training camp in Ottawa. So just execute the best we can, but make sure we don't get outworked.
Should be.